thing in Python, how exactly we can create the programs for it. Whatever programs we are creating normally, they are stored data in the variables basically, but the variables are disappearing whenever the program stops. I'll give you an example first, and then we will make sure that okay, yes, why we are requiring this file handling wala concept. Okay, so let quickly, I'm giving you the data. That means, for example, if n is a variable and I'm storing a name, for example, Annie is a name of a person, and I say print, this is a print statement, and I'm saying print n. Quickly just go with this, and if I just try to run the code and I just run it, it will give exactly whatever I'm saying. Okay, it will give the answer for that Annie. If you are, it's your choice whether you are working with the this type of ideally or Visual Studio Code that I have already just teach you that concepts in yesterday's lecture. You can go through that also in your system. Just install Visual Studio Code if you are comfortable with it. But as a class 12 students, because it's your examination time, so it is better to practice yourself each and everything, because in Visual Studio Code some things will be already written and it will be very quick to you can say type, but it will not be good for you as a learner. So just try to, whatever you are typing, try to put it in your words. Okay, so when you are making this program, so when I am just running it, so if I just run this program, what is exactly happening? Why the file handling is there in programming? If we know that, okay, if I save a file with a file.py, that is, it's a Python file, I know that it's a file. Now how we are going to save this data? So whenever, see, Annie is the name of a person, but to store the data permanently, for example, this is an Annie name, I'm getting in an output. But what happens if I close this thing here, and if I just put another name for example, Anik name here, and if I just try to run the code, this time Annie will not be there, this time Anik will be there, if you are able to see this. So that is the thing where we say I want to store the data permanently. Now I'm just putting this like that, I'm just zooming it little bit, and just say, I'm saying this time put a hash for the comment. I'm saying I want to store the data permanently. Just note it down anywhere. So permanently, these are the things which are exactly the same which are there in your book. And we will just, because this is a revision class, so we are just summarizing each and everything, and so that you need not to just go through the whole chapter one by one, line by line and all. So store the data permanently. Maybe the spells are wrong or right for the permanently, just go with them, because computer people are not good in the spellings. Okay, so store the data permanently. Okay, that's great. That means what? After end of the program, data is lost, Annie is not there. Now I want to store that data somewhere. How to go with it? Okay, that is the main thing to go with. Now before starting that, you have to always and always remember of that there are some basic things which are related to the file. So whenever you are working with the file handling, there is a one particular function which is called as open. Remember this thing, there is a one particular function which is called as open, which you have to remember of, that open is a particular function which is used for opening a file. That means I want to make a file and I want to read it or I want to write it. That means there are the two operations which I want. So W for the write, so I want to put something in it, so that time I will use a W sign, and when I want to read from that file, I want that, and that is a read. Generally these are the two basic operations which you are going to perform, but yes, somewhere there can be read and write together, there can be other operations also, but definitely you will go with the W and R every time. That is W for the write, I want to make a file so that whatever the data is there, I want to store it permanently, not it should not lost after whenever I am closing the program, right? So open is a function, this one thing you have to remember always, and W is a write mode. So these are the called as modes. Again, one question from the your examinations, what is W and R? These are the modes. So we can say modes of file handling, write and read mainly. Okay, there are other modes also, so we will see that. Okay, so this is one thing you have to remember. And there is a one particular function which is called as close function, which you need to go with the this file handling wala concept. So file is what, where we are storing the data permanently. These are the things which are very, very important to go with open mode, then W, R and close. This is one thing you have to remember. And there will be one particular syntax for the open. So what is the syntax for it? So just note it down here. You just have to mention the file name where you want to. So what is the file name? Whatever file name, it can be a text file, it can be, we will see the different file names are over there. So we will see the text file, this is a file, and there are the modes. Okay, with the file name we just put comma, and we just put with the double quotes, we need to put the mode. That means whether you want to put some data in your file or you want to read the data from the file, right? These are the two basic operations which we are going to work with. Okay, so when you have to store the data permanently in the file, so you will put that particular file. Okay, quickly we will take a one particular program and we will see whether we are able to do it or not. So one main thing you have to always remember, whenever you are making any file name, you have to make sure that the path of that particular file and the file you are creating should be the same. I'll show you how. So for example, otherwise it will not work. So what I do, I just make one particular program for it. So okay, there is a one particular syntax. You need to put a file variable here. This is one particular syntax. So file variable, you need to put file variable. So instead of file variable whole, you just put f is equals to, because Python is very free language, we need not to put data types and all. In the earlier conventional programmings like C or C++ or Java, we need to give the heading line for it, file and all, to say that it's a file, file. But here we need not to, right? So quickly we will say f is equals to, and we just have to go with the open. We say open, and I just format little bit this font so that you will be able to go with the font. So if I'm able to see the selection over, expand the font, whether I'm able to, no, it's not here. So if I just click on the configure, ideally I can just go with that. And yes, we have to learn each and everything. So I just go with the font, I say apply, I say okay. Now the font is little bit big, so it will be easy for you to see. Okay, so as it's a quick revision, so we just go with, so for example, the file name is data dot, and there are different file names we will see. So like Python is having an extension py. Py is for Python, dot c is for C language, dot cpp is for C++, dot cs is for the C# file, it's like that. Dot java is for the Java file. So txt means these are the text file which is readable, so we need to put it like that. So see, it is showing you the how you are going to put the everything with it. So with the comma sign and double quotes with the mode, so it says what type of mode you want to. So I said w dot and double quotes, so sorry, and close it with like this. We need not to put semicolons and all. And now I say what I want to. So there is a one particular function. If I say f is a variable which is going to open this, basically it's basically a pointer type variable which is going to point to that particular file in a write mode. That means it is saying to this program, that is I have opened the data.txt file which I don't know where it is stored. You need to put the whole path over here. So C drive, it's in users, I can put it like this, and slash, I say in del. For example, I say slash, this is a complete path. If you have stored the file, Python file and this text file in the same folder, then it's okay. But if it is not, then you need to go with the particular path to give it, otherwise it will prompt you an error. So what you will do, there is a one particular function to write it. There is a write function. This is a mode that okay, you are going to write it, so you need to put a write function here. And what exactly you want to write? So I want to write the name Annie here. Now if I just try to run the code, and before that, if you have already go through that one thing that is called as close, we just discuss that thing. So we just say close. So these are the 3-line code for writing a file. So write w is for the mode, and this is for the text file, this is for the whatever I want to put in that file, and that says close. Now if I just try to run the code, it will not give me anything because I have not print anything here. Okay, so what it says, code. So see, this path is very good. I have given a code write path, but in Python it says you don't use this slash like this. So whenever you get this type of error in your system, so don't be afraid, just put the forward sign here, forward slash. We are not saying forward sign here, we say forward slash. And now if you just try to run the code, now it should work, because we have given it everything. Now it's not giving you any error here, but what does it mean? What exactly the program is going to go? So now if you just open here in the folder, you can just go with the folder, and where is a C drive, and you just say C drive, then you will say users, Dell. I think Dell was not the thing, users were. So just search for the users, search for the Dell, and search for the things. So what is the file name over there? That is a data. Just search for the data file, whether data file is there or not. So yeah, see, it's saying that data file is there. Just open it, and open with the notepad quickly, and you will see permanently your Annie name is stored somewhere. See, beautifully Annie name is stored, isn't it great? Right? So it's stored, the thing which we have done in the program is stored in the file. This is the beauty of your programming. This is the beauty of your file handling. I think it's clear to you, and it's very in a quick manner, right? Then there is a type of files where you want to store. So for example, I have given the text file here. Instead of this, you can put a py file. You want to put that data in a Python file, so you can just go with the .py. And if you don't want to go with the Python file, you want to give it a CSV file. So everyone is aware of CSV file. If not, just go with this CSV. It's an important file, that is comma separated, okay, value. So if whenever I am storing something in a data.csv, so this time I just changed it a little bit, because data1.csv. So otherwise, yeah, it can take the same name, no worries, but I'm just changing it, and I'm just running it again. So I will get two files now, data1 and data. So I run this module, and the same thing will be in two different files. But what will be the difference? The difference will be, if I just refresh it, the difference will be, now I just go with the data1, and data1 will be a type of an comma separated value, and CSV file is always and always in a Excel in your system. So you are able to see your file is, the data is there. So this is how you are going to go with the different extensions in your file. So extensions, that it can be a text file, it can be a CSV file, and it can be a binary file. Binary file means, in this case, if you are saying that, oh, I just want to go with the binary version, but binary files are stored in the 0 and 1 forms. That means, what are the examples of binary files? We can't, binary files cannot be read directly, right? Because your images which you are downloading, or the videos which are downloading, or you are uploading the videos and all, these all files are, in your binary format. Is that clear? Yes. So opening of the file is with the help of open, that you need to mention a file variable or a file object here, and then you are going to write it, and then you are going to close it. Okay, this is great, very good. Now the next thing is what? Next thing is, I just put them in a comment. Next thing I want that, okay, this is a file which is there in the desktop, you showed us that, but how to retrieve now? Now you have already told us the write wala mode. What is the read? So what you have to go with, convert this program, the same program, f is equals to open, the same path, data.csv, but instead of this w, you just put r here, right? You can take the same program, or you can just change it, or you can just make another file, that is your choice. So just the main concern is, just we want to see how the file handling is. It's too easy if you just go with the, one by one with the practicals and all. So R is for the reading. Okay, I'm going to read, I'm going to open it. Okay, that's great. And at the end, I'm going to close. Okay, whether I have to write it again here, whether I have to write it, no, I just want to read this now. Okay, so what you have to go with, just delete this line from this, and what is the program for that? Here I want to read it. Read it means I want to just go with the particular line, whatever is there. So I just read means I have to use a print statement here, and I say file object or a file variable. So f is a file object or a file variable. I just said dot, and there is one particular function which you have to always remember, read. And then what you have to put? Nothing. First, there are the argument you can put five characters or limit whatever you want to, but we are going to go with this and we will see whether it's working or not. There are other functions also like read line. We can just go with that also, right? Read line means it will read one line at a time. If you want to read all the things in a file, you can just go with the read, right? So there are the read lines, lines. So there are different functions. First we will see this, whether it's working or not. Earlier when we were working with the write, it was not doing anything, it was just saving that thing. And now if I just try to run, if the program is right, it will definitely display that any which I have stored there in the particular file. Is that clear? So how magical it is, isn't it? It's too magical, right? Now we just go with our chapter which is there in your examinations, that is file handling. So now it's very easy for us to go with types of files. We have already covered. See, nothing is there now. Text file, binary file, we already cleared. So opening and closing, now you will see, now it will be very easy for you to just go with these things. See, now these things are very easy for us. So opening of the file, we have already done it. So we need not to go with the all wastage of this, the theory part and all, because we know now access mode and all. These are the file modes as I was explaining you, right? This is for read and binary file, but generally we use this W and we use this R. You can just remember A for the append, we will see that also, right? So this is file object, this is opening, this is the text file, this is A plus means you want to append and you want to write in it. So see, close. Now see, now these are the things which are very easy for us, how to open the file, how to write. Okay, now this is writing to a text file. So we have used this write, and the second function is write lines. In the same thing, see, open a file, now it will be very easy for you. Write a file, hey, I have started this, the same thing, and close. I think this is very easy for you now. So write line, what is the difference between a write and write line? The difference is exactly, this question can be asked in your in your examinations. What is the difference? So write lines means it will write multiple strings to a file at a time. See, earlier we were just putting any name. Here see, one line, then the second line, then the third line, and all the lines are there, but what exactly I'm going to use? I'm not going to use write here, I'm going to use write line. So we are not going to type this code again and again because it is already, we have done it, so don't worry about it. Then the read file. So read means I want to read it, whether I want to read it purely or I want to read with the append, that is edit. Write plus means you can write and you can read it. A means append. Append means if already I have put any here, I'll show you the practical first, and then I want to add something, any is a good girl, or for example anything else. So it should add at the end, is a good girl. It should not replace any, right? So we will see that also. So read is clear to you now. See how beautifully it is there now. Open the file txt in the read mode, and we already did that f.read and hello everyone. So now it will be very easy for you to go with it. So these are the things in computer science, it's too easy to go with if you are doing the practicals of it. Otherwise you will find all the things very complicated, right? See, now there is a one particular program. I think now it will be very easy for you. So file object is equals to open, then the text file.txt, that is in the text file. We saw that in the notepad, W for the write. So now this time I am not going to store a particular W in a double quotes. I am saying input. So we know input will be always taking the string value. Write, and what I want to write, that is a sentence, and I am saying close it, and then I am just going to read it. So what will be the thing? It will be the reading of the thing. That means I am just going to read it. Now if I want to read it, again I have to open it, again I have to read it. Right? So in this way you can just go with the programs and all, right? Now there is a setting offset in a file. It's very, very important to go with this, because there will be a one particular question of this also. What is an offset and all the thing? These are Very simple things, but you should know what is offset and all. Okay, so first we will just go with the, here I'll just explain you these things first. Okay, so when first this can be in a question which is asked in your examination. What is the difference between a read and a read line? Just note it down. You can note down read line versus there is one more thing, read lines, es, right? So this is for reading the whole, whatever is there it will read. This read line will be, it will read one line at a time. Okay, okay, and this read will read all the lines what are there. So is that clear? So this is all the things. Now there are the offset things over there which we have. We can just call them this also, file position functions, you can call them, and in your examination they can ask you this also. So there is a one particular function that is called as tell. There is another particular function that is called as seek. Okay, so what is tell and seek? So this tell will say it will return the position, of the file pointer, that means file object or file pointer, as I have already told you, file pointer. And seek will move, it will move to a particular thing, move to a specific or a particular, whatever is easy for you, just note it down, specific, right? For example, if I am reading a file and I just want to see at what particular position it is, so I just go with this here. So for example, I want to see where my file pointer is. So nothing you have to go with, you have to just type it like this, print dot tell. So tell is a function, so it need to go with this, nothing, just try to run the code, run it, okay, and just go with this. So this 3 means it is at third position, so any 1 2 3 in this way, right? Now seek is what, as I told you, seek is a thing which is going to move it, which is going to the move file pointer to a specific position. So I want to move it, for example, now this time again, so I say print f dot seek, very easy. So I say 2, for example, this is a second position, and if I just try to run the code, and this time it will display you 2 things, any 3 and 2, second position it is, right? Now if I again, earlier if I say control C, and if I just go with this, and you need not to, here you need not to print this. Why to print this? You just have to move it, right? So if I just try to run the code now, this time it will show 2 things. It will show one, that the name and the position of the file pointer. Now I am saying move it to the 2, and again I use the same function, that is print, you can copy it, f dot tell. Okay, that is the thing which we are going to, and then close it. And now if I just try to run the code, and this time it should display this different value, that is 2, that now my pointer is at second position. So these are the things which you have to always and always remember of. Okay, so now just back to your chapter, it's easy for us now. So that's the reason I tell every time to my students that when you work with the practicals, then theory is very, very easy. So these are the things. 0 is for if you are putting 0, that means beginning of the file, current position, 2 for the end of the file. So in this way, and this is your whole program. So now it will be easy for you. R plus means you can write and read together, and then you are going to read it, you are going to print it, then in this way it is going to initialize. Then tell means it is going to give the position. So now you are able to see all the things are there as we have done earlier. Now the next thing is creating and traversing a text file. Creating a text file and traversing a text file, it's the same thing. But the thing is, what is different between the the first page and this, because we have already created the text file earlier also. In this case, sometimes there can be multiple lines which we have write in the file on the same time, and we want to see them. For example, there will be a one program of it. For example, W, that means I am going to write it, and I am using a file true and all. So I'll give you a very simple example of it, and then you can return back and you will say what is the creating and traversing of. So now next thing is about, next funda is about, I just put here what we are going to create, okay, and traverse. This is in your chapter, traverse a file. Okay, great. So traverse a file. Traversing in our IT world is called as visiting or displaying the content of the file. Okay, so that means I need to create the file first. I need to create the particular file first. Okay, assume that data 1 is there and I am putting it in a, or I can put a different name because already we have created. So I said test.txt is a file, and this time I'm saying I just want to write it. Okay, I'm going to write what exactly I want to write in. So I just delete the rest of the things which I don't want. So these are the things, you can just note it down or you can just take the screenshot of it. So f dot write, okay, and for example we are working with Python, so I say Python is easy, isn't it? If you note it down like this, we can use a slash n for the new line if you want to go with, because the new line means it should go to the next line. And then I say f dot write again because I am going to write it. Now this time multiple. So we are working with the file handling. So I say file handling is very useful. And I say slash n, new line. That's it. And I just close it with the double quotes and close it. Right. Now what is f close there? That's fine. Now in the same file I can write it and I can read it now. I'll show you how. I am closing it here and I am just again putting this file object, and this time it is opening it, but this time it is opening it for what? For the reading purpose. Writing purpose is this. So why to waste the time on that? Just take the cursor here and copy the whole thing from this. Control C and put it in this position. Paste. And instead of this W, I need to put R here. That's the main thing which you have to go with. That's it. Okay, done. So f is equals to open, and this is a file which we have. This is the thing. Now I want to read that file, but in the file there are two lines, or there can be multiple lines, and I want to just read them. I don't want to use a read function or anything. Whether there is any other thing to traverse it, yes, there is a one thing. I can just use a variable. For example, I, you have used in for loop in, and we know the list and tuples how we are working with. So for I in, if you have not any knowledge of list and tuple, let me know in the comments. So I'll make a video on that also. For I in f is in file object like in list we were using, and that's very easy. In Python it's too easy. So what I do, I say I, that's it. I'm just going to print it. Now after reading of the file I have to close it again, because writing will close, now reading. Now if I just try to run the code, first what is happening here? First it will open, it will write. See, if you just go to your this here, if you just try test file is not there. There is a C test file, there is no a text file. So just go with this and just try to run the code. It will create the file first, and then on the same screen it will display also. Python is easy and file handling. But earlier what we were doing when we were exiting from this, the output was not there. But now if I just open here, if I just say text, so I just search for text file, whether the text file is there or not. So earlier the text file was not there, it was test. So we will just see whether the txt. So I just refresh the file first and this folder first, and now I say test file is there or not. Now see, beautifully I am getting that, and both two lines are there, isn't it? So easy for you now. So this is how you are going to traverse. This is all. Now it's easy for you to traverse the file. How you are going to see, instead of for loop in this book, the while loop is there, so you know how to use the while loop and all. So same thing is for the traversing. Now it's very easy for us. And now it's time for us for the most important topic which is there, that is called as Pickle module. That's the reason you just have to be there, because Pickle module is too important for you people, because in examination it will be 95 to 98% chances or 100% chances this Pickle module will be there in your examinations. So let me go with the Pickle module again with the practicals first, and then we will go to your theory. Now you are able to see how easy is this your computer science if you are going with the practicals. Okay, now just go with the practical here. First we want, okay, that was a file handling. We write it, read it, append. We can go with the append also in the same manner. So if we get some time, then we can just go with the append wala thing. But first we will go with the Pickle module. So Pickle modules, what Pickle module says, pickle, it's not a achar and all or the spices. It's Pickle module, which is which is like that masala wala. But Pickle module used to store what exactly it is going to. It is going to use to store what? Python objects. Python objects. But in what? In binary form. That means in binary files. That means whatever I am going to store, Pickle module is generally used with Python whenever we have to store like in a database and all. So we don't want to, anybody want to, binary means it will be in a file which is encrypted. I don't want to see anything in the file. When I was storing any or I was storing any other line, Python is a useful, so I was able to see it. So I don't want to, it should be like that. So that time I use a Pickle module. So examples of the objects means we have already worked with the objects in Python. So list is an object, right? Your dictionaries are the objects, isn't it? That things you have already covered in class 11th. If you have any problem in that, just let me know in comments. I'll make a video definitely on that also. Okay, so this is your list, dictionary, tuples. So Pickle will do what? It will convert the object into byte streams, and that is called as, you can say, serializations, right? You must have heard about serialization and all. So byte stream means it will internally convert it into binary files, right? We need to see the example of it. We will see that, definitely we will see that. But before that, what you have to go with one more thing. When we are using this Pickle module, one thing you have to always remember, we need not to install it like we were using pip install numpy and all. We don't have to use this pip, because this Pickle module is already there whenever you are installing the Python. Okay, this is one thing. Second thing is you need to import it, because it's a module. So whenever module is there, you need to import that. This is one thing. Okay, there are the two functions which are there for Pickle module. One is called as, that the process is called as pickling. So this is again your examination question. There can be a question of what is pickling and what is unpickling. So pickling function is dump, right? And the unpickling function is your, I'm putting like this, pickling function is your load. So that means whenever I am converting, my dictionary or my list or my tuple into byte streams, so I will definitely use a function that is called as dump. Very easy. And when I just want to read the objects from the binary files, that time I will use load. That means in this scenario, we are not going to use any write, we are not going to use any read. We are going to use dump and we are going to use what? Load, right? So quickly we will just go with the practical one, and then we will stop today's video or today's chapter. Okay, so let me go with the practical first. Okay, so great, hope you have noted down this. So what we will do, we will just import Pickle. Spellings must be right, and then D is you can say it can be a list, it can be a tuple. So just we will go with the list. List means it's a pair of brackets, and I say 1 is a roll number, and is a name of a person. I can put like this, and she's a female, and I can put the age or something, whatever I can put, that is my choice. You can put any number, any name and all, right? Then F is an object of the file which we need, because we don't we don't mention that we don't require open, we mention write and read. So here we need one particular file. So suppose I use a file pick dot, I say dat. Now dat is a file, that is a data file. We need to mention it as a dat, we can't mention it as txt or anything. So dat, and then we say double quotes and comma, and then we have to put this one compulsory, W and B. If you are not putting B, that will be a real, that will be the old file which we are working normally and all, write file and all. It will not be a byte stream. So you need to put B here, and you just put it as a like this, isn't it? This is the great. Now what is next? Because we are importing pickle, so we will say pickle dot. When we say dot, automatically one particular function is there. You will be able to see, that is dump. You are able to see here, dump. I need not to use it, it is already there. So I'm just using. And what you want to dump? I want to dump a file that is called as pick. Okay, that's great. Then the object which is the name of the file object, that is a F. This is a syntax, and F dot close. Very good, great. Now run this quickly, execute this. Okay, that's great. We are able to, it says pick is not defined. Do you want to pick? That means it says something is wrong here. You don't want, you can't give it like this, the names pick or pickle or something. So I think I have given the wrong name here. So I just go with that particular file, and I'll just see where the problem is. So what it says, I have mentioned import pickle, maybe the spellings and all, pickle dot dump, it's good. Or okay, I just use a different name for this, because maybe that is one of the reasons. Sometimes it's like that. So I say P, and I say run this. So run the module. Okay, now P is not defined, it's again saying you the same thing. We just go with this your book, what exactly I have given the same thing or not. So pickle dot dump and list values, that is the values I have given. And the file object list values means what, where the, oh, I have given, I think somewhere I am wrong, because D is the value. No, I have given the wrong value. D, why I am saying this file is okay, you can give it pick. So do I find that okay, this D I have to give, not the pick or something else. So D means the value which you want to, and F means the file object. Now if you just run it, run the module, sometimes happens like this, and now it's perfect and it is not showing any error, right? Now where I will check it, just go to this position, refresh the thing, and because the path is the same, just P, just search for the P, that means pick. There are many P files. So whether the file name is the same, what is the file name? I think I don't know what is the file name. I think file name is the same. Oh, I have not given any path, so it will take the random path which is in the document file. So what I do, I just use a path here. It's better to go with the path. So C slash, so don't worry about it. So C colon slash, oh so sorry, again slash, then what is the path in my case, users slash, so del, don't worry about it, slash. And now run this program again, run this. Okay, and now it's again not showing any error. I just close this, I just go with the terminal, I just search for, refresh it, and what was the file name, pick, I think I have given, oh, pick file is there, and you are able to see it's something different, that file, and just open it. And if it is opening, so you will not find it is giving you that, oh, I am not able to support it or something like that. So if you want to open it anywhere, so you can just open with any notepad or any other app. So we will just go with that, we will see notepad, will the notepad, and always, and I say, so now you are able to see how it has given it in a in that particular byte stream. We are not able to see now. Okay, it has given in a byte stream. Now I want to, okay madam, you have converted it, now I want to get it back. So how to go with, So again, you just need to change it this. You don't use this D here, just this F is equals to open dot this. The file path will be the same, but instead of W, here will be R. That's the main thing. And instead of dump, there will be one particular file. Now you will change the whole here. You will say D or data is equals to, you will say pickle dot, and again you will say load, 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 and you want to load. What you want to load? I want to load file object, right? That's the thing. And if you are not going to print it, how I can get? So you need to go with the print statement and print what? D. That's it. Now if you just try to run the code, if I have, given a proper pickle example, I have saved it in a proper way, then it will retrieve it. So definitely it is going to retrieve it, isn't it? Isn't it? What are the key points we covered? File, the opening of the file, closing of the file, write file, read file, tell, seek, pickle module, all the things which are there in your book. We covered all the things which are there in your book, and just go with this particular book, and now it will be very easy for you to go with. And if you really find this video useful for your examination, put a thumbs up, share with your friends, and subscribe my channel for the next video. Thank you for watching. Thank you so much everyone for watching this video.